Hello, hello. Hi, Dave. Just give me 1 second, guys. Let's wait for people. Am I audible? Hi, Dave. Okay, finally we are ready. Let's just wait for a few more people and then we'll start this live session. 1 second. Need to prepare. Light. Okay, so we have one question. So this live is basically for the August 2024 candidates, CFA level 1, level 2, level 3. Any doubts, including the DEFIL, will be addressed over here. Hello, ma'am. I'm planning to give my exam in Feb 2025. And currently, I'm done with FSA Ethics. For Feb 2025, Dave, if you've completed these subjects, you're already on a very, very good scale. Ideally, I would have done FSA last, but if you're in a class and you've done FSA first, that means if they are doing FSA and because of that you also did FSA first, then that's a good decision. Doesn't matter, whatever is done is done. I think keep going. Make sure that you are once in a while surprisingly giving yourself a test here and there, like just for example, now if you study portfolio management, just one random day take a case study from FSA and just solve it, or like a 5-6 questions. Level 1 में case study नहीं होता, so yeah, just do 5-6 questions. You may not know the answer at that point of time, but it's okay, it will just keep your memory ticking when you read the solution. So that's how you will constantly remember. And I think keep a target till, if your exam is in Feb, then I think November end. Considering that you're already done with these many subjects, I think you'll be done by October itself. And after that, of course, revision. Hi Rohit, yes, here I am. How are you? How are you guys? How many people are giving the exam in August 2024? क्या चल रहा है? For November, after one revision, can I start with LOS questions? Janam, yes, you can. You can start with LOS questions. Do you mean the candidate resource questions, or do you mean, I didn't get your question exactly, Janam? Rohit, I'm much better now. Thank you so much. It was a bad week, but we are all better now. How are you? Okay, I think I have not promoted this live enough. Not many people have joined. Why? Why? Okay, now people are coming. मुझे लगा था मैं लेट आती हूँ इस चैनल में, आप लोग भी लेट आते हो. It is a family thing. By the way, guys, if you haven't seen yet, then thank you so much for completing 1 year. Not to the channel. The channel is already 2 years old, but officially, professionally making it my work, it's been exactly 1 year. So thank you to each and every one of you. Janam, for November, can I start with candidate? Yes, absolutely. In fact, after your first detailed reading, Janam, you should only do candidate resources. It is great. Like, it is the best way forward. So this was enjoying monsoon. Kaha, I am not getting the chance to enjoy monsoon. सिर्फ एक दिन I got wet. उसके बाद तो we all know how I became sick, but not because of my exams. I'm just waiting अब exam खत्म होगा तो फिर surely there will be monsoon enjoying, if the monsoons last till then. I hope they do. Waiting for people giving the exam in August 2024, defils, revisions, everything. I have my exam on 25th August and I'm done with all subjects and got an Shirang, sorry, Shirang, sorry, I can't see without chashma, so please don't get me wrong. Shirang, I think you're on a very, very good path. I think my main thing for you would be, main few things would be, make sure you're checking what went wrong. So 72% is a great score, but make sure that you are understanding what went wrong in the 28%. That is when you're seeing the solution, you understand why did it go wrong, because it's that 28% that's going to be the game changer for you, not this 72%, just for the practical picture. Other than that, keep practicing questions. That should be your goal. In the last 20 days, cumulatively practice questions. That means every single day you have to do ethics. Since I see that you're done with your revision, you can already just do all subjects, or at least 5 to 6 subjects ke 10 to 12 questions every single day. That should be your goal minimum, if not more, but cumulatively, and only use institute questions as of now. If you've completed the candidate resource questions, reset it, but please use only institute questions in the last 20 days. You can give one more mock. I think you have kept one mock for the last week. Brilliant. You can do two mocks if you've already done your revision, but like I said, your main goal should be to focus on that 28% that has gone wrong. Just see कि समझ आया क्या गलत गया, क्यों गलत गया. Was it a conceptual doubt? Was it something that, oh, silly mistake? Understand what went wrong and why. And also make sure you have a formula sheet ready in these 20 days, so that on the last day you don't need to go through all your notes. You can just go through the formulas. That's it. And ethics every single day, like every single day. Not a single day of ethics should be missed. 20 days to exam. What should be the ideal mock score for you? Hi Raghav. So honestly, guys, I'm gonna burst this myth because I know a lot of you are gonna be asking. There is no ideal mock score. I've said this multiple times. I have seen people who have given 5, 6 mock score 80% up or at least 70% up in them, and still fail the exam, unfortunately. And I've seen people give only one mock with an average score and still sometimes pass the exam. Don't focus on your mock scores. Of course, higher the accuracy, that means you've understood things well. It's a good self confidence boost. But God forbid accuracy उस time पे नहीं आ रहा, then analyze why did it not come, see what went wrong and why, and focus on that. If you feel कि it went wrong because of silly mistakes, then you basically need to just calm yourself down a little bit more and retry. And if it is something conceptual, then immediately focus on studying those things again. Having said that, just for the public myth that it is, 70% is a good confidence boost. 65 to 70% if you're scoring in your mock. Raghav, that was yours. Again, Jainam, I just answered that. There is no accuracy that's going to 100% tell you you're going to pass the exam. Rohit, one second. Raghav answered your question. Hi, Shubham. How are you? And Rohit, so what do you want to become an investment banker? That's not for this live session, Rohit. I'm going to be answering that in a separate video. Investment banker, I am not very sure. It's not honestly my immediate goal, to be very honest. I want to do something of my own, that is for sure. But wo kis field mein hoga, I am yet to decide. I am definitely drawn towards investments. That's why CFA stays with me. Also, I love the analytical mindset of it. That's honestly what makes me thrive. With, I think that was your question, why CFA? For the analytical mindset and for the, you know, that kick that, that dedication that you learn with this is something I don't think you can learn otherwise. So if I want to even be an entrepreneur, that is very useful. Then what should be? Hi Shubham, all right, great. Sakshi, can you tell me how the paper pattern is in short? Sakshi, for which level? Level 1 or level 2 or level 3? Because all three patterns are slightly different. Pretty much same, but all three levels are slightly different. Last 30 days strategy for level 2. Last 30 days, Suman, should be completely revision based, or at least last 20 days, if not last 30 days. In this, you will basically focus on doing ethics every single day. And number two, you will now cumulate your revision. Cumulating revision basically means that you start your day solving one case study minimum of ethics, and then you take one subject that you want to revise. Let's assume it is fixed income. So you'll revise fixed income. Say you take 2 days to revise fixed income. So day one, your day starts by solving one case study of ethics, revising fixed income. That's it. Next day, your day starts solving ethics, one case study or two case studies of ethics, and then revising fixed income. The moment you finish the revision of fixed income, you will also start doing at least two case studies of fixed income from the candidate resources. Now your day 3 would look like one case study of fixed income, one case study of ethics, and then revising the third subject. So you keep cumulating it so that your brain knows how to take all 10 subjects together. That is the last 30 or 20 day strategy that you can follow, Suman. Ethics every single day, that's non-negotiable. Is institution mock easier or hard? Sparsh, it depends. There is no guarantee. There have been times when the institution mock was easier than the actual paper, and there have been times when the institution mock was harder than the paper. There have been times in one particular attempt that some people got harder than the mocks and some people got easier than the mocks. So कोई guarantee बिल्कुल नहीं होता, so don't fall for that. Definitely, it's a good representation, but it's not a guarantee of how easy or hard it will be, because in one attempt itself, all of you can have a different paper. Shubham, I will be the employee of Tanishka's firm. Arey, Jai Mata Di, Shubham. Hopefully one day. Are you in stress or panicking or tense for the exam? Oh, Rohit, a lot. A lot. Like, I cannot tell you, but I think we're just now learning to just do our best, because that's all we can do. Sakshi, for level 1, paper pattern. Sakshi, for level 1, it is pretty straightforward. You'll have two exams, as you know, AM and PM, and there will be, I think, 88 questions. No, 88 is level 2 and level 3. I think 120 questions or 88 questions roughly. The exact number I can't remember. I might put it in a comment. And all subjects will be mixed. So, but what is going to happen is they'll tell you the subjects. So it will be like ethics, then they'll ask like 5-6 questions of ethics, and they'll tell you fixed income, they'll ask you 5-6 questions of fixed income. But it is a mixed paper pattern. Like it's not like that ki jo morning paper mein aayega, wo afternoon paper mein nahi aayega. And of course, it is MCQ, like, for level 1, direct question, MCQ, direct question, MCQ. So I think that is the paper pattern. Raghav Maheshwari, L1, level 1 game plan, 20 days in hand, targeting 5 marks, gotta manage errors, trying to go through the whole errors once again, I think. Raghav, I think it's brilliant. I personally would have only removed one thing, not added here, is that I would have not gone through the entire LOS once again. I don't think that is required, but that is like a personal thing. If you feel that you want to do that, you can. Ideally, if you want to go through the entire LOS, I would suggest instead of reading it, go for the easier way. Either go through your notes or just read through your notes, or maybe if you have audio lectures, like visual lectures, then go through that, because reading might take too much of your time. So if you are somebody who thrives on reading and you feel like you need that, then definitely go ahead. But if you're doing it only because you think that that will just, be like, oh, extra enforcement, then I feel maybe not, because don't try to bombard yourself with so many tasks that it just gets to your head and it actually annoys you. And instead of your mind being calm, it gets more agitated, because that's how you lose the game. Other than that, I think brilliant plan. Most welcome, Suman. Last 3 months for level 1 and I started शुभम ब्रिलियंट लास्ट 3 मंथ्स में रिवीजन बहुत कम लोग का स्टार्ट होता है यूजुअली लोगों का लास्ट 1-2 मंथ्स में होता है 1 मंथ बीइंग द मोस्ट कॉमन एवरेज सो इट इज ब्रिलियंट रोहित लेवल 3 पास करने के बाद क्या ट्रीट देंगे वर्चुअल ट्रीट तो मैं पक्का दूंगी अगर मैं पास कर गई ना लेवल 3 कुछ प्लान करेंगे अगर तब तक आप लोग मेरे 10,000 सब्सक्राइबर्स भी करा दो डबल ट्रीट आई विल बी गिविंग CFA level 2 I have practice in Shivam, if you've done it completely from the candidate resources, then you don't need to ideally do it again. But if you've completed it and you have no other practice questions left from the institute, like the end of chapter questions or something, then I would just reset it. But it's a brilliant place that you are in. For level 2, 88. Yes, correct, Suman. That's what I said, 88 number क्यों याद था मुझे. Thank you guys for confirming the exact number. So Sakshi, for level 1 it is 90 questions in AM and PM, and for level 2 it is 88. Level 1 के कम हो गए यार, पहले ज़्यादा थे. Shubham, can you suggest best coaching classes for FRM? I am not yet very aware of FRM classes. I am definitely getting into the research and it will come into this channel very, very soon. But I don't think I'm in the position right now to give you a suggestion. Having said that, I think Sanjay Saraf sir takes classes for FRM also, and Lokik Shah also takes classes in Bombay. So you can try these, Shubham. Hi Priyansh, joined just now. Hello, how are you? क्या बात हुई अभी तक बस रैंडम मॉक्स के स्कोर्स की बात हुई है कुछ क्वेश्चंस के डाउट हुए हैं अगस्त वाले एग्जाम की आप बताओ आपका भी आई थिंक लेवल 1 है ना अगस्त में मैम फॉर लेवल 2 एग्जाम ही अभी ऑन अगस्त 9 मैम एफआरएम एग्जाम अभी मोहम्मद Rizu, I am somebody who's not given FIM, but I don't really know the pattern. But एक चीज जरूर बोलूंगी जो सीखा है, any competitive exam, be it CFA, FRM, CAT, CA, the only thing that will make you pass, if you've studied well even once, the only thing that will finally make you pass is if on the exam day you have a balanced mind. Stress तो होगा ही, एक दिन पहले तक भी होगा, मतलब एक दिन पहले तो मुझे एंग्जाइटी अटैक आ जाता है, which is fine, but एग्जाम देने के टाइम पे अपने माइंड को बैलेंस नहीं रखोगे तो यू लूज द गेम और माइंड बैलेंस रहेगा तो सब दिमाग में आ जाएगा अमन मैं अभी सीए कर रहा हूँ विद नो ग्रेजुएशन सीएफए में रजिस्टर कैसे करूँ अभी आर्टिकलशिप चल रही है 2 इयर्स की अभी आर्टिकलशिप चल रही है 2 इयर्स की 4,000 आवर्स कंप्लीट करने से पहले अमन नहीं कर सकते हो विदाउट द रूल इज टू रजिस्टर फॉर सीएफए यू आइदर नीड टू बी इन योर ग्रेजुएशन का सेकेंड ईयर और यू नीड टू हैव 4,000 आवर्स ऑफ वर्क in hand. In fact, I think 4,000 hours spread across 4 years. तो उसके बिना आप नहीं कर सकते CFA में रजिस्टर. Go through the LOS I am doing institute provided. Absolutely correct, Raghav. Okay, then it's a great strategy. I almost got shocked. I'm like, are you seriously gonna read all of that in 20 days? मतलब अलग level की power चाहिए होती. I would have had a heart attack if somebody told me to do it. Good one. शुभम 15 days enough है ना मॉक्स के लिए? अरे बहुत है. Last month strategy for level 1, then मैं giving it in 2 seconds from L2. ओके मोहम्मद का मैंने बता दिया है. तन्मय लास्ट 1 month strategy for August level 1 or level 2, I would say it's the same thing. First things first, ethics has to happen every single day. Ethics practice, okay, and all the practice from now onwards will only be institute material. चाहे आप जिस भी टीचर के पास जा रहे हो, मनीषा अमुका सर के पास जा रहे हो, संजय सर के पास जा रहे हो, फिंट्री, अश्विनी बजाज, even the top of the topmost teachers use their material, but at this point last 1 month में priority has to be institute material. That's number one. Number two, like I said, ethics has to happen every single day. Ethics practice for level 1, minimum 7 to 10 questions every single day blindly. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday करने ही हैं. And other than that, you will do cumulative revision, like I already mentioned in the chat earlier. So you will know what is cumulative revision. That is the goal. If you can also solve FSA every day, 5 questions, that would be really, really good. So I would first complete FSA revision. शुभम एक्चुअली एग्जैक्ट परसेंटाइल कभी कोई नहीं बताता. आपको एग्जाम पास करने के बाद भी नहीं दिखेगा कि कितना परसेंटाइल चाहिए, बिकॉज यू जस्ट गेट अ ग्राफ वेयर दे शो यू पासिंग लाइन. दे डोंट टेल यू कि उसका स्कोर क्या है. तो वो पासिंग नंबर एग्जैक्टली क्या है, नोबडी नोज. Hi Aditya, welcome to the club. But I think this really boils down to you constantly talking to yourself and reminding yourself a few things. One of which is not everybody has the courage to do what you're doing. Believe me, when it comes to competitive exams, especially something like CFA, the amount of sacrifices we make socially, financially to give this exam is a lot. Now, we can take this as pressure, which of course, to a certain extent, we all do, but we also need to constantly remind ourselves that it takes guts to be in this situation, okay? So that's number one. And why you need to talk to yourself, because if you don't sleep, then eventually what's going to happen is your mind may not be calm on that day. Even if you know everything, you might screw it up. CFA is a complete mind game, right? Even if you've studied everything once in detail, it will stay in your mind. And on the exam day, if you're calm, you'll remember. So, literally, just talk to yourself, keep reminding yourself of how you need to have a calm and balanced mind. I would ideally also suggest maybe taking 1 day completely off from studying. I know it's a crucial period, but it is extremely important for you to revive your mind and get it on a balanced track. So, maybe take 1 day or half a day, step out a little, go to a open air place, just take some fresh air, listen to some music, watch a movie, just distract your mind a little bit from the exam for half a day, and then get back with a fresh perspective after reminding yourself, like I said, that not everybody has the guts, and reminding yourself that this is only what I can do and this is my best. Don't try to compare your best with somebody else's best. There might be people who at this point, you know are once again reading the entire LOS or doing things that you may not find comfortable doing. But just remind yourself that just because it sounds hard doesn't mean it is always right. Sometimes even your method is good for you, even if that method entails just practicing, just watching video lectures, just doing mocks, whatever it is. Your method is good enough for you and you will manage, because in your heart you know your intention is right. Priyansh, yes, मैंने कहा था ना everyone, last month strategy for August 1 done. Most welcome Mohammed. मैम 22 को एग्जाम है, फर्स्ट टाइम कम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम है मेरे लिए. पूछो एग्जाम डे में एंट्री कैसे होगी, लाइक एनी. तो यार, जिसके ऊपर डिटेल्ड वीडियो मैं बना चुकी हूँ, मंडे को रिलीज होगा, लाइक एग्जैक्टली व्हाट डू यू नीड टू कैरी इन द एग्जाम, कैसे एंट्री होगी, एवरीथिंग. तो मैं यहाँ नहीं बोलूंगी क्योंकि नहीं तो वीडियो वेस्ट हो जाएगा. बट मंडे को वो वीडियो पक्का अपलोड हो जाएगा. इट्स ऑलरेडी स्केड्यूल्ड. सो वो डिटेल्ड में देख लेना, 7 मिनट की वीडियो है प्लीज. सो अच्छा. एंड बिल्कुल स्ट्रेस मत लो. कंपेटिटिव एग्जाम्स एक्चुअली डिफिकल्ट सिर्फ इसलिए होते हैं बिकॉज इट प्लेज विद योर माइंड. तो अपने माइंड को शांत रखो. एंड एक टिप आई विल गिव इन द एंड, जो मैं पहले दे चुकी हूँ. जो पुराने सब्सक्राइबर्स हैं, यू गाइस वुड नो दिस टिप, an on exam day tip which really works. तो जो इस लाइफ के एंड तक टिकेगा उसको टिप मिलेगा. We have heard, I have heard they pass like 30%. Isha, it is not like a compulsion that it is only 30%. Yes, there have been instances where only 33% has been the pass rate, but it's not a given fixed thing. There have been instances where there has been a 46%, 48% pass rate. But yes, the pass rate is low, and that is not really done on purpose. Like, we can't conclude that, that's not ethical for any of us to conclude. So I can't do that. But there is no, it's not like done on purpose. The exam does get tough when the correction comes. Like even if the exam is easy, we may seem, like I said, because in CFA, if you actually see the questions, the tricky part on the exam day becomes that the answers seem very, very similar. It's not, how do you differentiate from three similar things? Like how do you differentiate from AA or AAA? It seems very similar. So that sometimes we feel this is the right answer, but it's not. So 30% passing rate compulsory वही होता है? No. Purposely करते हैं? Definitely no, and definitely can't conclude that here. So we have to be open. Like I said, 33%, 32% हुए हैं, but we've also seen a 48% pass rate. I have prepared my level 1 in just 5 months with my college, so I'm feeling underconfident against. Shriyang, if you have prepared well, okay, like if you know that you have studied everything well at least once and now you have that 1 month to revise, then don't compare what the other people did, because that's what's making you underconfident. It's not actually your preparation that is making you underconfident. You're feeling underconfident because you feel that the other people have done more. And believe me, I've been in that situation, so I understand. But that's not the case, right? Just because, like I just said, just because somebody does something that looks hard doesn't mean that's the only right way. Not all hard roads lead to great destinations. Sometimes even easy roads lead to the right place, or convenient roads might be the better word, do lead to the right place. So just stop caring about what the other person did. Even if they've done 5,000 questions and you've done 2,000, just a very basic example, nobody does that many. But even if that's the ratio, it doesn't matter. It's about when you were studying or when you did even just those 2,000 questions, did you do it with your best? Like you know that this is the maximum best I can do with the situation I am in, and that's fine. As long as that one detailed reading has been done, you're in a good place. So your preparation is not underconfident. It is, the underconfidence is coming because you're looking at other people. Till your exam day, literally till the end of your exam, I would say cut off from all people, because the moment you start seeing people, remember, everybody wants you to fail. Just keep this in mind. It's a competitive exam. It's not a cumulative exam that we all are passing together. Somebody passes, somebody fails. So just keep everybody aside. Don't talk to them. Don't know what they're doing. If you don't know what uh, person A is doing, you won't care and you'll feel like what you're doing is right, and that's fine. Can I study direct level 2 books? How to pass the Hassan, no, you have to start from level 1, then go to level 2. You cannot directly go to level 2, and the books, the syllabus is very different for level 1, so you will have to start from level 1. Trigger to Quintage versus Mark Meldrum. There is no versus, because all teachers, I would say, are good in their own way. I would ideally suggest that you go for demo lectures with each and see whose style of teaching are you liking, because that is what's the only important thing. Nothing else matters. Nobody is going to be telling you what's coming on the exam, because nobody knows. So the moment somebody is telling you that, you know कि वहां से block करना है. Tanmay, how to go about the mocks? Okay, now this, I have a conventional way and an unconventional way. Conventional way says that you can start 3 to 4 weeks before, give at least one mock. My unconventional way, and that this is something I follow very, I don't know why, it's just my OCD maybe. I always do mocks only in the last week. I don't know why. I in fact do one mock 1 or 2 days before the exam for sure. I feel like it's such a wholesome revision, because आपको पता नहीं है कौन सा क्वेश्चन आने वाला है, so your mind is forced to think of everything together. So I do that. That's how you can also go about it, or you can start right now. The main key is in the mocks, make sure you're keeping a timer. Exact timer should be there. Make sure you're sitting continuously for one session, like AM session or PM session. Keep the exam like environment so that you're used to sitting for that long, because we do get brain fatigued. And make sure you're solving institute mocks as a priority. All other mocks are not a priority as compared to institute mocks. Jagmohan Singh, teachers for CFA. We have Manisha Amukar sir, we have Sanjay Saraf sir, we have Fintri, Aswini Bajaj, Quintedge, Lokik Shah sir. Hi, Didi, I'm preparing for CFA level 1. Apart from CFA, which other things you need to focus on? Because after CFA level 1. Anmol, honestly, I would say just focus on your soft skills with CFA. That should be the main goal. I would love to say that do something in data as well. If you have the time, then great. But assuming that you're still in college, if you're doing CFA and you're focusing on soft skills, you won't really have time to do a third thing. And 4-5 चीजें करके सब गलत करने से better है do your CFA very well. Make sure your soft skills are very, very up to the mark, which can happen by participating in college activities, being present, being active, communication, negotiation, presentation skills up karo. That is what's going to land you an internship better. Sakshi Gandhi, level 2 last minute. We have a lot of level 2 candidates. Should we make a level 2 revision video? Next week आएगा, obviously इस week तो नहीं आएगा. Just because I'm gonna be shooting all August videos tomorrow, guys. So जो भी बनाना है अभी बोल दो. जिसमें effort कम लगेगा, by the way, please. L2 last minute revision. Sakshi, I think I've already mentioned it in this video. Ethics every single day. Cumulative revision has to happen. Major focus on institute material only. In fact, only focus should be on institute material in terms of practice, not in terms of studying. Definitely, one more thing I wanted to say for level 2. Yes, level 2, make sure you have a formula sheet ready. One day before the exam, you'll want to go through that. हर subject का देखना irritating हो जाएगा. So for level 2, make sure you have your formula sheet ready. And pro tip for level 2, last few days में spend 10-15 minutes a day to play some mind sharpening game like a Sudoku, a number puzzle, a word puzzle. It just sharpens your mind and keeps you very alert, which really helps for the level 2 exam. मैम CFA level 1 के लिए बेस्ट कोचिंग कौन सी है? और तरुण, ओ आई वुड सजेस्ट गो फॉर मे. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तरुण थोड़ा सा मुझे नजदीक लगा, बट ऑफ कोर्स फाइनल मर्जी आपकी है. और बेस्ट कोचिंग तो सारे बहुत अच्छे हैं. मनीष रामकर सर अच्छे हैं, संजय सराफ सर अच्छे हैं, फिंट्री है, अश्विनी बजाज सर है, लौकिक शाह है, क्विंटेज है. ऑल गुड, बट टेक अ डेमो लेक्चर एंड सी आपका कंफर्ट किसके साथ बैठ रहा है, बिकॉज जिसका स्टाइल आपको समझ आ रहा है उस वही आपको कॉन्सेप्ट समझा सकता है. मोस्ट वेलकम आदित्य एंड ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट टू यू. Completed derivatives, eco, equity and corporate issues अच्छे से सुनी. Dhwani, you're going very, very, very well. I think because you're in your coaching, I would say stick to their pattern, stick to the subjects that they are doing. Make sure, are you using Shwezzer, Dhwani? If you're using Shwezzer, that's fine, but make sure that you're solving questions from the institute end of chapter questions as well. It will just give you that slight upper edge. Complete this entire detailed reading. Make sure एक बार सारे subjects खत्म हो जाए and then immediately get on to revision. In revision, like I said, cumulative revision, ethics वो सब करना है. But first, I would say make sure सारे 10 subjects एक साथ करो. Don't try to accumulate it. And one pro tip would be now the second 5 that you start, 5-6 subjects that you start, some random day just decide to do some few questions from the subjects that are completed. हो सकता है उस टाइम पे याद नहीं हो, तो बैठ के don't start studying that, but just see the solution so that it keeps sticking in your memory. But one detailed reading with one subject at a time is a good scope to be. Ranjit, hi, how much does the CFA? Ranjit, it honestly varies teacher to teacher. I would say the average market price is between 30 to 55,000. इग्नोर से भी कम किया तो फिर Aman, yes, if as long as you're 23 months before your graduation, that is the goal. So I don't know कि इग्नोर में क्या one like within 1 year you will get your BCom. Is it like that? But yes, you should be. As long as, like I said, as long as you have a graduation degree in your hand, it's fine. I'm so uncomfortable. Shubham, I understand. Been there, done that, being there, doing that. But that's what's gonna take us to the next edge. Especially the candidate resource questions जिसने नहीं किया ना वो तो भाई करो. Because वो जो difficulty है ना, चाहे उतना difficult कभी कभी एग्जाम में नहीं आता, but that really trains your mind to think in very different directions. Ashia girl exam is 23rd August. Ashi, have you read through Shwezzer at least once? That's the question. At least once. You've read through Shwezzer if you've not read through the institute material, right? Just to clarify before I answer. Shubham, if you clear in November, you can give your exam in May. I would suggest August is a better time क्योंकि आपका November का result आएगा Jan में. So Jan to May, if you're not doing anything, then yes, you might be able to do level 2, but ideally I would choose Jan to August, personally. Varsha, I'm not able to understand. Varsha, I wouldn't say leave it, but definitely don't stress on it also so much. There is at least one to three topics, if not more, that we all don't really understand in all levels, to be very, very honest. The best thing that you can do is spend, like, before, I don't know when is your exam, but like बिफोर दैट, लाइक 10-15 डेज बिफोर दैट एक बार देख लो एंड ऐसे देख लो कि थोड़ा सा रट्टा मार लो, जस्ट फॉर दैट. आई डोंट यूजुअली सजेस्ट दैट, बट ओनली फॉर दीज वेरी वेरी फ्यू टॉपिक्स, something that maybe just some basic point in a linear regression, okay, that this is the intercept point, or this is that, this is what it means. Try even that one major definition. If you're able to just get that in your head, don't try to understand the whys and whats, just put it in your head that okay, this is what it is. I don't care about um, the reason or the logic, only, and again repeating, only for those kind of topics, and then leave it. Don't like leave it that, oh, I don't want to study it even once, because that is something that might be a problem. But don't stress over it so much. If it's just like one topic, it's fine. Thank you so much, Isha. This really means a lot, and all the very best to you. I'm giving August 2020, August 24 level 2, my first mark. Shiv, don't feel underconfident at all, guys. Mock scores is not a representation of what you're gonna get on your exam, and that's a promise. Okay, focus on what went wrong. Check the wrong answers. देखो समझ आया गलत क्यों गया. अगर समझ आ गया, you're in a good space. It was just a silly mistake. Calm your mind down. अगर समझ नहीं आया, फिर से concept को जाके revise करो. But the scores in your mocks don't matter. Like I said, I've seen people score 90 in their mocks, do 5-6 mocks, and still sometimes fail the exam. And there are people who barely do one mock, don't even do a mock, get 40-50 and still pass the exam. तो mock से कुछ नहीं होता. Why are you doing the mocks? It's about mocks करने के reasons सिर्फ दो होते हैं. One, so that you're used to sitting in one place and not getting brain fatigued, because it's not easy. आजकल के reels के ज़माने में distraction बहुत है. You don't have that concentration power of sitting in one place without ऐसे ऐसे आगे पीछे करना, जो exam में allowed नहीं होता है. And second, just practicing your concepts. So just focus on what went wrong, see that, and you're absolutely in a good space. Don't be underconfident, Shiv. Are you 6 months left for CFA level 1, not able to focus what to do? Are you set more realistic goals? I've seen so many people go through this, including myself at one point. The best thing is to do is set much more realistic goals and start with smaller goals. So instead of saying that I will now sit and study for 4 hours, or I'll complete this in a week, you will maximum do this for 2 days, and then the third day you'll be like, screw it, I don't want to do it. Instead, if you set a goal like, you know what, I just want to complete 2 chapters this week to start with. Okay, just make it realistic. Once you complete those 2 chapters by the end of the week, you will feel motivated to start doing more, because nothing motivates more than results. So try to set more smaller realistic goals. Once that is done, suppose studying half an hour every day, very very realistic, that could also be a goal. Once you start achieving that for 4 days, in the fifth day you'll be like, you know what, I can push this to 45 minutes because I know that I can do it, instead of you saying I'll sit for 6 hours and then you do it for 2 days and stop. So that's literally the only way. मेरी आवाज बहुत अजीब आ रही है, I don't know why. I was going for offline classes in Jan, then I switched to online because I was a slow learner. That was so uncomfortable. Shubham, I hope you're feeling better with the online classes now. I have connections like my Didi and Bhaiya, CA in investment banking, one work as financial. Isha, yes, actually, if you do have connections, it's always easier to get a job. So great. It is a harsh reality for everybody else, but it's quite true. Networking is the best and fastest way to get a job. Guys, I'm here for 5 more minutes. Hello, Dee. I'm Anish. I've just cleared CA intern up. Anish, you can go for CFA. I would suggest Feb if you want to do, but I would say analyze why do you want to do CFA. CA and CFA are not related, they are not interrelated. So understand, do you want to switch from core accounting to finance, then switch. Because if you're just gonna do CFA to pile on the degrees, then you're wasting your entire youth just studying and not gaining real life experiences. So I would say understand that. If you feel that no, I still want to do CFA because I want to switch my position, then Feb is a good time to go. Varsha, we've answered your question. Nitin Ahuja, hi, prepared well for CFL. Everyone still in. I have not done. Nitin, don't worry, that happens with every single person. Sometimes it happens with me also. In fact, most of the times it happens with all of us. Just see what went wrong and understand. As long as you're able to understand what went wrong and why, then pretty much the wrong answers are coming because your mind is getting very scared or your mind is not in the right place. Don't worry about your practice questions. In fact, I always say this कि कुछ ना कुछ गलत तो होने ही वाला है, either in the practice or in the exam. Might as well get all your wrong questions in the practice, learn from it so that you don't repeat it on the exam. You don't want to get the wrong questions on the exam day. तो जितने भी गलत हमारे हिस्से में लिखे हैं वो सब प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस में हो जाए एंड उससे हम सीख लें सो दैट एग्जाम में स्ट्रेस नहीं हो. मोस्ट वेलकम तरुण. सीए कचरा कोर्स है क्या? भाई कोई कोर्स कचरा कोर्स नहीं होता. How is Anxieties learning? I haven't heard of this, Aditya, so I can't comment at all. इतने सारे इस बार सीए बन गए, सबको जॉब मिलेगी. भाई जॉब मिलने की स्ट्रगल सबको होती है, चाहे आप सीए कर लो, चाहे आप सीएफए कर लो, चाहे आप एमबीए कर लो, स्ट्रगल सबको होती है. जस्ट बिकॉज आप सीए बन गए डजंट मीन जॉब जैसे लाइन में खड़े हैं आपके लिए. मोस्ट वेलकम रंजीत. Is CFA exam compulsory to get a job? Absolutely not, Rahul. Exam fees is roughly 1 lakh rupees. If I put it by, that's the name. So by my exam is in August 2024. I am not giving out the exact date for now, just for personal reasons. But exam के बाद मैं बता दूंगी कि exam हो गया. Very weird, I know, but मैम आपका फेस तेरा मुंह क्यों? अच्छा पता नहीं यार, फिर आप बताओ, आप लोग ही बताओ फेस टेढ़ा क्यों लगा है. Not pass in attempt. Giving a Feb 1, any suggestion? Once I understand your pain, it's so painful to not pass a competitive exam because of the sacrifices we made. My only suggestion for you would be is really, really be strong. Don't remind yourself. I know it's very hard to not do it, but don't remind yourself of that failure. Think of it as a fresh attempt. In fact, think of it that as of now, you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. So at this point, you actually know more than what you knew then. Ashi, then you're in a good place. You don't need to read the curriculum material if you've read Shweza. It's fine. And now in 20 days or 30 days, I would definitely not recommend that you go to reading the curriculum material. It's completely fine. Are the real exams really twice harder? Ashi, no such thing. These are all just 1 second. Huh? Yeah, there is no such thing. Just 1 second hold. 1 second, guys, coming back. Shouting, yeah. Sorry. I have not left. I'm here. Ashi, sorry. Ashi, that's not true. There is no such thing as the real exams are twice as hard as the mocks or not. ऐसा कोई rule नहीं होता है. Shubham, I completed my BCom in 2023 and then I wasted 5 6 months going on a solo trip and just exploring myself. Shubham, it's completely fine. You know, sometimes I feel like we all count this as a waste of time. There was a point in my life where I also thought that, oh my god, I wasted 7 years. I'm doing CFA. A lot of job sacrifices included in this, right? But ऐसा नहीं होता. In these years or in these months, we've actually learned more than you can express. Sometimes you don't feel it at that moment, but you know that entire, even just the fact of maybe you're dealing with a failure, or if you don't dealing with a passing thing, or seeing people grow around you but not able to achieve that, or just that entire pressure, it is a learning experience. I can't maybe put it to words immediately right now, but it is not a waste of time for sure. No, I don't believe that an average student took his life. Don't worry. That I am good in English. To be honest, I'm good in English, but still I found it very difficult to understand questions sometimes and may end up doing questions wrong even after knowing the answer. Because Priyansh, yes, this happens. I will not lie. And yes, sometimes even in spite of being good in English, I would like to consider that even I am maybe above average in English. But yes, we still mess up because that's what they are trying to trick you in. It's just about practice and, constantly practicing, constantly seeing the same thing and just being aware. There is nothing we can do. Learn to see the word, maybe read it twice. That's something that will help. Syed Jilani, hope you. I am doing well, Syed. How are you? And now I'm waiting for you to be. Thanks, Shubham. I think you're manifesting good things for me at this point. So now, if you don't come and work for me, na, whenever I build a firm, to khali dekh lena. When I self study from Fish as a PDF copy. Yes, Shubham, you can. Most welcome, Anish, and all the best. Watched your latest video. First of all, it's actually thank you so much, Hardika. All my love. Thank you so much. This means the world to me. And I'm really grateful that you guys are supporting me every step of the way because we all know that it's been hard. Ma'am, where we put CFA in front of the name or back? In the back. You can put it in front also, but usually it's done in the back. Call it. I am a guys here for 2 more minutes because I left, so I'm keeping 2 minutes extra. I'm a cost accountant. Is that be beneficial for me to? Mudassir, it is, but why do you want to shift from accounting to finance? That's a very important question that you need to ask yourself because even interviewers will ask you this. One more question, my graduation year, 23, my CFA exam. Ayush, the struggle will be there, but that will not necessarily be just because of the because of the CV gap. The struggle will be because there is no placement cell. So the finding of the job ka struggle will be, but other than that, it will still be the same thing. 1 year is not a big deal. Ma'am, I CFA level 1 attempt is on November. What tips would you like to give? Informative leader, I will make a detailed video for level 1 for sure, for November 2024 for sure. At this point, my tip would be make sure you are completing one detailed reading and giving time to one subject at a time. Don't mix subjects. Don't do like आज मैं कौन भी पढ़ूंगा आज मैं FSA भी पढ़ूंगा नहीं. In the first detailed reading, one subject at one time only. Ma'am, I'm an engineer. Want to study finance in deep, not having any. Atul, not really because CFA also pretty much starts from the scratch, so it's not a problem. And a lot of, in fact, engineers do it. One of the top CFA coaches, Manisha Amuka sir, is also from an engineering background. I've answered this. Hi, thank you for the help yesterday in the comment section. I deferred my L2 exam in November exam was available. Uh, Great, Mihir. I'm glad that that issue was resolved, and all the best to you for your November attempt. And thank you so much for your best wishes. Yes, ma'am, I'm pursuing my graduation. Yeah, Yasa, if you want to get into finance, then definitely it is a good field. Most welcome, Shriram, and thank you as well. Most welcome, Shubham. Thank you for commenting on the what I do in a day, what I do in a days wale videos. I read them all. Samrat, good evening, ma'am. I really need your advice. I'm stuck and don't know what to do. I don't have any friends who are playing film. Samrat, you've come very late, but I'm here for 1 more minute. So quickly type it up so that I answered because now I'd want to answer your question. Yes, Mudassir, finance has a broader scope than just cost accounting, but like, you need to understand why you want to switch. Okay, waiting for Samrat's question. Last question, Samrat, let me know because that's the last I'm going to take. And before that, all the best to each and every one of you who are giving an exam in August 2024. All the best to all of us. Um, yeah, just do your best. One special video is going to come for all of you next week, either on Wednesday, not on Monday. On Wednesday, a special video is going to come. In fact, sorry, Monday and Friday, both videos are for you. So definitely dekh lena. And yeah, just do your best, stay calm. Thank you for joining the live. And I don't think we have any more questions because Samrat has not typed. So I hope I've answered everything. Once again, all the best to all of you. And thank you for this beautiful 1 year with me and for trusting me. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Until then, keep sparkling and keep learning. And please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to do that. And exam के बाद सब जाके movies देखना. Okay, सम्राट का question आ गया. I'm logging as an associate. Maybe I'm sure. Detail means lacking in the studies. I've given 1 mark out of 6. Samrat, if your exam is in August, first of all, don't care about the marks. Even if you give only 2 out of 6, it's fine. It's really not a big deal. 2 or 3 out of 6 or 2 or 4 maybe. It's completely okay. Don't count the number of marks. Even if you scored 80 out of 180, again, don't panic. Focus on the 100 questions that went wrong. That should be your target. Understand why did it go wrong. That is very, very important. If you've understood why it went wrong, then you're in a good situation in the sense that if it was a silly mistake, it was an error, divide it. How much was conceptually wrong? How much was just a silly mistake? Silly mistakes one are fine. You just need to be more calm. And the conceptual problems, then you might need to just maybe watch an audio visual lecture. That's it. But be calm. Right now, you're trying to compare your strategy with somebody else, thinking that, oh my God, they did 6 marks or they did this. That's why you're worrying. Otherwise, it's not a very bad place to be. Give a code for what? Ma'am, I've heard that it's hard for CFA students to get into. See, the struggle for CFA getting into a job is there, Yasa, because there is no, what do you call this, placement cell. तो वो struggle तो रहेगा ही रहेगा. Guys, I literally gave my entire by speech अभी आप लोग आए हो of CFA in tier 2. Informative leader, yes, scope बढ़ रहा है. I won't say अभी as of now आज बहुत ज़्यादा है, but it is definitely increasing because finance धीरे धीरे लोग ज़्यादा aware होते जा रहे हैं. So yes, give a quote for what? जो motivate करे हर जो study के लिए. Oh God. Asha Jain, when should we apply for scholarships? Scholarships for the May 2025 exam is opening on 8th August. I have a detailed video on scholarship, तो जाके वो जरूर देखना. Don't worry, Samrat. Don't let the stress get over you. We all are panicking, including myself. But just don't let the stress get over you because that's the only thing that's gonna change your game. Nothing else. Guys, by the way, charter, Priyansh also want to add it. The charter is still a far away game for me, but the CFA level 3 is the current thing. So thank you. हाँ भाई शुभम सोचने तो दो quote. Thank you so much, Priyansh. It really, really means a lot, and all the very best to you. All the very best to everybody. Shubham quote क्या दूँ अब मैम? Oh, I'll just tell my favorite quote of all times. Like I absolutely love this quote and I live by it. एक second, क्या था quote मैं खुद ही भूल गई. Never give up on something you really want because the universe truly falls in love with a stubborn heart. So that's my most favorite quote, which basically means that अगर आप किसी चीज पे अड़ जाओ तो यूनिवर्स भी कभी ना कभी झुक के आपको दे देगा कि चल भाई ले. इवन इफ यू फेल 10 times, इफ यू आर स्टबन कि नहीं मुझे चाहिए तो यही एंड आई एम नॉट गोना लेट इट गो एंड योर इंटेंट इज गुड, then some point of time even the universe will be like, you know what, she really wants it and we better give it to her, or he really wants it and we better give it to her. So yes, my, yes, Parsh, it is normal. Please send this attitude to me also. I need it. Most welcome, Shubham. Glad you wanted a core. Uh, with that, guys, I am now ending the live because it is very, very late. Once again, all the best to all of you. If I've missed any question, please let me know in the comment section and I will definitely get back to you. All the best to me also. All the best to you also. Channel ko subscribe kar dena. Do not forget. Also share it with random people and tell them to subscribe. I'll see you very soon. Until then, keep sparkling and definitely keep learning.